All right, welcome and thank you for tuning in to Rise Up and Change Your Health Story on tonight. My name is Shawnee, and in a few minutes, I'll be introducing our guest speaker, Priscilla Ayala. She'll be teaching to bring some clarity and provide hope for your health journey. If you're here for the live recording, welcome. I want to say thank you to everyone tonight for taking the time out to join us. And I want you to know that the teaching that you'll hear tonight is to encourage you to think outside the box in regards to your health, your time, and your financial freedom. Now, I wanted to mention all three of those areas because they all connect together, whether you realize it or not. Whatever decision you choose to make or not to make will ultimately affect your time, your health, and your finances. So before we jump into this amazing information on tonight, I want to encourage you to take this information for yourself, but also think of someone in your life that needs to hear this message as well. I don't think there's a person alive that wants to look good, to feel good, and desire a long life. However, healthy living can be challenging because life gets complicated, unpleasant, and even confusing at times. And that's really where we all come in, our amazing community, where we're helping each other rise up and change our health stories. It's not about being perfect. It's not about having it all together already. I think if we went around the room, and I'm sure we would hear a variety of things going on in people's health, from physical to mental to spiritual well-being. But in this community, no matter where you find yourself or fall at on that scale, I want you to know you'll be provided with adequate tools to start being the captain of your own health. You get to write your own story. And sometimes, let's be honest, we don't know what to write because we have writer's block due to current health changes, challenges, mental well being, and financial obstacles that cause a myriad of symptoms leading to health issues. So I want you to know tonight one thing, if you don't remember anything else, you are in a safe place. The information provided tonight will help you to start looking at your gut in a different way. So without further ado, I want to introduce our guest speaker tonight, physician assistant Priscilla Ayala, and she's going to be talking about what she'll tell you.
Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Priscilla Ayala, and I'm really excited. Thank you, Deshawn, for the opportunity. I am a physician assistant. I have been practicing as a physician assistant since 2000, right after graduating from school, and still working. And so I'm really excited to talk about gut health. And it's not going to be very extensive. I want it to be very plain, very simple, so that you can understand three simple things that you can do to improve your gut health and why that's important. Um, and gut health is extremely important. And you'll hear a lot of people talk about healthy gut and microbiome, and that's the environment that actually lives in your gut inside your digestive system. And here we have the picture of the colon, and you see all these beautiful fruits and veggies in there, and that's really important. So it's important. Gut health is important in three major ways, not just for digestion. It is for digestion, and it's funny because digestion starts in the mouth. When you see a piece of food, saliva, you get saliva, your body's saying, "Oh, you're going to eat something." So the digestion process starts with the saliva, and it's ready to break down food, and it goes down your esophagus into your stomach, and in the stomach, and it goes through your colon, your intestines, your small bowel, your colon. So digestion is important because it breaks down the nutrients that you take in, right, to give your body the nutrition. But not only is the gut health important for nutrition, it also your health, your gut has to be healthy because it also helps give you a strong immune system, and it also helps with your mood. It produces neurotransmitters. If you have a healthy gut, that actually improves your mood. So gut health is extremely important. Let's just say in the United States, when I was looking this up, two major complaints in the United States: constipation and acid reflux or gastric reflux, right? And that's the two major issues in the US as far as gut health issues. And a simple way to treat that is by eating whole foods. The first way that whole foods is going to help you ease that digestion, right? Things, it'll help with the bloating and it'll help with gas. Things that help your digestion, the foods that help, whole foods, papaya, pineapple. Papaya has enzymes and it helps digest protein. So if you're eating protein, it helps digest that. And it helps prevent heartburn and it relieves constipation. Just papaya. Pineapple has an enzyme in it that also breaks down protein and helps with intestinal disorders. Ginger. I mean, I love ginger. I love ginger. It's known to help with motion sickness and nausea. And aloe vera. A lot of people know about aloe vera. The aloe vera is not just beneficial for sunburns. It also cools that burning sensation in your esophagus and all the burning sensation that you feel from gastric reflux. So those are some whole foods that are good to ease digestion. Other whole foods that you can take to help with constipation, with irritable bowel syndrome, with just a slow moving gut is fiber. You need foods that are rich in fiber. Here's some examples of that. Fruits like the berries, raspberries, strawberries, apple, banana, orange, plums, cherries, peach, avocado, figs, and pears all have a good for giving you fiber. So vegetables that are high in fiber that'll help also with the symptoms that I mentioned are broccoli and green leafy veggies like spinach, kale, lettuce, green beans, celery, corn, squash, Brussels sprouts, sweet potato, etc. Whole foods like whole grains. I didn't mean whole food. I meant whole grains also have high in fiber, like oatmeal, whole grain bread, oatmeal, grape nuts, bulgur, if you ever have bulgur, and quinoa. I love quinoa. Legumes are also very high in fiber. Legumes are beans like navy bean and kidney beans and chickpeas, soybeans, pinto, very high in fiber. Nuts, chia seeds, hemp seeds, walnuts, almonds, high in fiber. So these are some things that will help with digestion, with easing digestion, and with increasing fiber so that your gut is healthy. Not only are there whole foods that you can take to help with the two symptoms that I mentioned, but you also need to take in foods that are going to nourish your gut because your gut is busy digesting to nourish you, the whole organism. But you have to keep that gut healthy. And to nourish the gut, to give nutrition to the gut, you eat foods that are fermented, like kombucha, yogurt, kefir, miso, tempeh, and raw apple cider vinegar. Those are foods that are cultured foods and that give probiotics. They have high in probiotics and they help nourish your gut. Another food that helps nourish your gut are prebiotics. And what are prebiotics? They are fruits and veggies. They're whole grains like oatmeal, flax, barley, greens like dandelion greens, berries, bananas, legumes, all the beans, the onions, garlic, honey. Those are prebiotic. I don't know if you knew that because probiotic and prebiotic, and people kind of use that interchangeably, but they're two different things. But they're both needed to nourish the gut. And why do you need to nourish your gut? So that your gut is healthy and it helps your body produce the correct enzymes for digestion, enzymes to increase and make your immune system really strong. A lot of diseases happen because your immune system is low, and it has to do many times with the gut and what you're taking into the gut and how are you nourishing your gut, your microbiome, so that you're maintaining a good immune system and your moods. Sometimes a lot of mood swings are due to what are you putting in? Are you putting in processed foods? Are you putting in whole foods? So this is the end of my talk. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed talking about it. And let me know if you have any questions. Hit me up in the chat.
Thank you so much. Priscilla, we really appreciate you kind of breaking that down. And there's so much more to learn about gut health. And we actually have an amazing community. It's called the Healthy Living Revolution. There is Dr. Mitra Ray, who goes into an extensive talk about gut health that we can share that with you for free if you desire that. And you can just connect with the person who invited you on tonight. But regardless of what you heard during that talk, I want you to take one thing that she was saying during that talk. Your gut is a foundational thing. It is how you build your health, and what you put in your gut matters. And so whether you understood, you know, or maybe you were looking some of the veggies that she shouted out, or some of the fruits you were like, oh, I don't like eating that, or whatever like that. It's okay, because we have some solutions for you tonight. So one of the things we want to talk about tonight, I'm going to share my screen really quick, and we're going to get into some amazing stories on tonight. Right. All right, hopefully you got to see my screen. All right, so on a daily basis, for a healthy person, everyone needs 7 to 13 fruits and vegetables every day to build that gut, to build your gut, so that your gut can do what it needs to do. Now, what I want you to know about fruits and vegetables, they are foundational, but they are this word, highlighters. So what will happen when you eat a raw fruit and vegetable? Some people will find out, oh my goodness, I didn't know that my gut was in poor health or poor shape, because what will happen is they'll start to experience some things in the midst of their body. And one of the things we tend to do when we experience things is we go, oh, I don't need to do that again, because when I ate this yesterday, I didn't feel that. But I want to tell you, if you want to get to the root of the matter, start eating fruits and vegetables. You might not be able to eat a raw fruit and vegetable, but you may be able to eat it the micronutrient form, which we'll talk about in a few. Regardless of where you find yourself, though, more than 50% of what most Americans eat every day is not what she was talking about. Most of us eat processed foods, GMO, synthetic vitamins, trans fat, pesticides, and more. We would probably be, you know, the dog wouldn't eat what we eat on an everyday basis. The dog is going, no, 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 not me. But we don't realize it because, you know, we've been tricked. we've been tricked. Some of us is from our family members. Some of us, it was ourselves. And it's so many a myriad of excuses that we could come up with. But regardless, tonight, you're not going to be duped, tricked, or bamboozled. We're going to expose everything for you tonight. And we just did it already. If you didn't hear, your gut matters, and you have to eat fruits and vegetables. The CDC says we need more fruits and vegetables than we could ever imagine. Now, the issue with the fruits and vegetables that we get on a daily basis, I'm sure you can tell it tastes different. Tastes different. It's kind of lacking nutrition. So it doesn't matter if you think you're the best eater or the worst eater. We all have this nutritional gap going on in the midst of our life. And 90% of Americans, they really just do not eat enough fruits and vegetables. So this kind of is a picture of what most people eat. Kind of sometimes it's both of these things, what we should eat and what we shouldn't eat. And then there's some people always to the left and some people always to the right. But like I told you, we all have a gap. So what our community provides is 3 doorways in which you can start to take your health back. One is free resources, which we will give you that if you would like that from the person who invited you on tonight. The second way is through nutritional support, but you can kind of see a picture of the bridge here. That's exactly what we'll be talking about in a few. And then the last is the mission that makes it all possible. So really quick, I want to stop sharing for a minute of my screen, and I want to introduce one of our stories on tonight. I'm going to actually be starting with Mary Shear. She is someone that I've met in our community. She's amazing, and her health story is going to really blow your mind. And so I'm going to ask her to unmute herself. I think she's hailing from Missouri, right? So you can tell them a little bit about why you started on your journey and your story.
Yes, I'm so honored to be here. And I have to tell Teresa Lee, I love her background. I wrote it down. Nobody can stop what God is about to do in your life. And really, that's how everything started for me. I do live in Missouri. When I started 21 years ago eating Juice Plus, I wasn't interested I'm a nurse. But I'd had a health crisis, and I thought you drank Juice Plus. I thought it was one of those things, and I thought I was smarter than the hairdresser that was trying to tell me about it. But I was on a journey to be healthier, and I did not know what Priscilla and Dushan taught you tonight. I didn't know that fruits and vegetables were good for you, so good for you, they could save your life. So that's what I learned from the hairdresser, because I was in God's plan, and I was trying to buck his system, and that never works out well. So he taught me a different way, and I'm super excited to share the good news that your body can heal itself. The miracle isn't Juice Plus, the miracle is your body. So I have 3 grown boys. They live all over the world now, literally Japan, New York City, and Salt Lake City. And I have 2 grandchildren. They call me Gaga, so I'm Gaga on the go-go. And I hope I get to go to Japan in a little bit here, but I can do all this because I'm healthy now, because there was a time when I wasn't. Did you want me to go into a little bit more detail, Dushan, or?
You just a little, like a tad.
I take a lot of time, but
Yeah.
the question I always have when people say, well, I was sick. Well, what was wrong with you? Did you have the flu? No, I was really sick. I went in for a well woman visit and left with a 3-month-old in my little car carrier. Moms, how you take your baby with you everywhere you go. And he was laying on the floor, and the doctor tells me he thinks I have ovarian cancer. So I did everything the doctor said, including the surgery. And the day after my surgery, the doctor told me he had good news and bad news. The good news was I didn't have cancer after all. The bad news was he didn't know what was wrong with me. And he did the surgery anyway. And so I spent 5 years trying to get well after that. So, I'm not blaming him, because I was sick to start with, because that wouldn't have even, I should have been able to make it through a surgery, even though it was a major one. So anyway, so I see people struggle. Because they don't know the magic phrase that fruits and vegetables can save your life. They don't know that. I didn't learn it in nursing school. So that's why I'm here tonight. And I'll show up every time somebody asks me if I can, because people don't know.
Wow. Thanks so much, Mary, for sharing your story. And Mary does this sometimes when she shares her story. I don't have it for you tonight, but there's a picture that shows the before and after, and it's crazy. It's like, wow, oh my goodness, what fruits and vegetables has done in her life. But I'm happy that she's one of the reasons actually why a lot of great things have happened in my life. Her yes allowed for me to learn about what I'm talking to you guys about tonight. And that oh my God, that's a whole message. If I could preach right now, that's a whole message. Your yes is not just for you, it's for many others. Mary didn't know me when she said yes. She didn't even know who would say yes, but she said yes. So thank you, Mary, again, for sharing this story.
You are welcome, Dushan. I appreciate you so much, and all of you.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Thank you so much. The next person I would love to have share their story, and they're fairly new actually to their journey, but I just love these stories. They blow my mind. Is my new friend, Teresa Lee. So if you could unmute and just share your story about what you've been, let's unmute you.
Okay, am I unmuted now?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Okay, awesome. Well, I am certainly excited to be here. I stepped out of rehearsal for just a few minutes so that I could participate in this. And I thank Dushan for inviting me, and connecting, with me a few months ago. And I'll tell you, it's kind of funny because I've been a Juice Plus member, but I haven't been a member as far as an active member of working the business or anything like that. I wanted to become, a product of the product. Okay. So I did the Tower Garden thing, and that's been amazing. I'm getting ready to start that back up. I told my mom, I said, I've got to drag this thing out here and clean it up so I can get my plants in there. So that's getting ready to happen. But I'll tell you one thing that I did do. And I've been on this health kick about fruits and vegetables and whole foods for several years now. Okay. But I didn't, I mean, I've tried every type of supplement there was, I done it all. You name the company, I done been there. But when I came across the other side of the Juice Plus Tower Garden thing, that part of it, and I found out that we had the gummies and we had the supplements and everything. And I said, oh, well, shoot, this is what I've been looking for, And I said, let me get this because I don't eat as many fruits and vegetables as I should. I'm eating more fruits and vegetables, don't get me wrong. But when I started that, I said, well, these are really good. I was thinking that they were going to have this medicinal taste to it, but it doesn't. Okay, because if it's got a medicinal taste to it, then I know I ain't gonna stick with it. I ain't gonna be bothered with it. I'll put it on the shelf like I've done everything else that I've used. But this thing is real, and it provided me with the nutrients, the nutrition that I needed, along with picking up additional fruits and vegetables, all right, added in my diet. And let me tell you something. I'll tell you, I sleep better. I don't have acid reflux. I don't have the cravings, the sugar cravings. My mother's always wondering, well, why don't I eat the cake? Why don't I eat her pies? Why don't I? I'm like, Mom, I don't have a taste for those things. Okay. I said, I like sweets. I like food. You can look at me and tell I like food. All right. I went from 232 pounds. Okay, because these supplements evidently decrease your appetite a little bit. They do something because I forget to eat sometimes, and I've been gone 24 hours and I haven't forgot to eat. All right, because I work a lot, and so I'm like, well, wait a minute, I'm not gonna help my body any if I'm just taking the supplements and not taking eating any fuel. All right, to kind of sustain myself throughout the day so that the vitamins do what they're supposed to do. So I started my garden. I've grown my garden on the outside. I've got the tower garden growing. I've been eating more cucumbers. My mom is just shocked that I'll eat a whole cucumber, cut up some tomatoes and onions with it, put a little pepper on it, and I'll eat that for my breakfast. Okay? Or I'll have that as a snack or a late night snack. All right. And I enjoy that. I enjoy it. So the benefit that I've gotten was one, appetite suppressant, which I didn't expect. Okay. My face has cleared up. My skin has cleared up tremendously. Okay. Even when I get out of the shower, when you get out of the shower, you got to put lotion and oils, our skin, because it's kind of dry. I haven't had to do that. And that's been a major thing because I work at the post office. And so we're in hot trucks all day long. All right. And we're constantly sweating and everything. So it doesn't do us any good. So I used to go to work with, rusty elbows and stuff like that. These supplements are doing something on the inside. Okay. They're doing something on the inside of me that I'm grateful for. The weight is coming off. Okay. I've got, I'm more alert. Okay. My skin and then the weight loss, the appetite, all of that. And I didn't think that I would actually experience those types of things because again, I've taken everything. I've been in everybody's company. Okay. But when I came across this one, I said, okay, the buck stops right here. Okay. And I said, I wanted to take this. I haven't had blood work yet, but I'm going to the doctor because I want to see what the blood work looks like. All right. From before I started. Okay. Which, I had blood work done in March and they were trying to put me on cholesterol medication. I told them, I said, no, give me 6 months. I said, I'm not taking another pill besides the blood pressure pill, and you're going to take me off of that, like that. So, I'm looking to see what the numbers are going to say when I go back, because the more we fill our bodies with whole foods, we have everything that we need for our bodies to be able to function at prime. All right. Now, because of the way that the fruits and vegetables are grown now using pesticides, and much of it not organic. All right. We're having to supplement. We have to do a little bit of supplementation. Well, on the flip side of that, I'm going to do what I can do at my own house. Okay, to make sure that I'm taking what I need to take, do what I need to do so that my body can start functioning at prime levels. And I'm noticing different changes. I sleep better. Come on here. I sleep better. I don't have the mood swings. I'm up in the morning, I'm raring to go. I've got a lot of energy and I'm ready to go, like that. So I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful for the information. I'm grateful for Deshaun reaching out and us connecting and listening to some of your stories, and reading the stories of others. I mean, my God, this is a gold mine. This is a gold mine here and a gold find, okay, for those that don't know. All right. So, I'm introducing it to different people. Hey, who am I talking to?
Oh, this is Deshaun.
Hey?
This is Deshaun. I said, thank you so much. We're
Oh,
gonna put you on the
we're gonna
put you on the commercial. But this is
Girl,
not
I can talk
commercial,
about a product.
This is look, this is real life. It's
Mhm.
exciting because you're reminding me of when I first started. And I started experiencing all of those things too. And anyone
Yeah.
that's just hopping on, I'm excited. I'm excited because I already know like her blood work is going to be off the charts. So Juice
Mhm.
Plus actually has research that shows what actually happens in the body, and we'll talk about that all later. But thanks so much for sharing your story. We have one more story
Thank you.
for tonight. I'm going to ask Grace if she could unmute herself, and this is actually a friend of Tiana's. So Grace, if you can unmute yourself, I would love for you to share your story.
Can you hear me?
Of your journey. We do hear you.
Sorry, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I'm here. So
okay. Thank you.
Well, my story, I actually, when I was 6 months old, I had cancer from the time I was 6 months old until I was 18 months old. So I did chemo, radiation, and all of that stuff. But I had a major surgery when I was 18 months old. And so I was always a little, sickly, whatever. And then when I was 16, I had another major surgery. And then I think it was 2013, I was actually diagnosed with kidney disease. And so, Tiana was my roommate in college. So we're friends and stuff. And she was telling me about Juice Plus, and I was like, yeah, whatever, I don't like all that stuff. But she gave me some samples. So she got me with the samples, and I tried some gummies and some shakes and stuff like that. And I started using it, and I started noticing, okay, I have more energy. I've actually lost weight, praise the Lord. But and then I also actually gave I let my dad try some. He was actually diagnosed with diabetes, but he's been taking the product as well. So because I started taking it, he started noticing a difference in me. He started taking it as well, and he's actually seen results too. So I guess we're 2 for 1. So
Oh, are you still there?
Can you hear me?
Oh, we hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I don't know
That's
what
okay.
happened.
You said no. We heard you. You said you eat Juice Plus, and your dad.
Yeah, my dad started taking Juice Plus as well, because he was diagnosed with diabetes, and so because he saw results in me, and I have more energy. My kidney disease actually is slowly reversing, so that's a very good thing. He started taking it as well, so I've got him hooked too. So.
I love it. A family that eats Juice Plus together gets to make happy memories together. That's my quote right there. Yes, and those are the people that you want to share it with, even the people that you just meet, but especially the people that are in your life, because that's going to fall back to you when they're not feeling good, and you just want them to feel the best, and you want you to do the best. So thanks so much for sharing your story, Grace. I really appreciate it. And you guys, I like to stay on time. And so you guys got to see a picture of Juice Plus, but I'll show you one more picture. But you got to connect with the person who invited you on tonight, and they will tell you a little bit more about what Juice Plus is. But really quick, in case you don't remember, in the middle where the bridge is on this, am I sharing my screen? I think I am. Okay. In the middle where the bridge is, this is the Juice Plus product. They are actually food. They're not supplements. And so that's why they do all these great things in your body. because your body does recognize food. And last but not least, the Tower Garden, where you can grow amazing fruits and vegetables right inside of your home. So if you want to learn a little bit more about it, the good thing is we have tons of resources for you. You can invite the person who actually invited you tonight. Ask them, hey, I heard so many great things about this Juice Plus. What is it? They'll share a video with you that you can watch, answer any questions, or share their own journey. But thanks so much for joining us on tonight. And don't be a stranger, come back again. And we'll see you the next time on Rise Up and Change Your Health Story next month, every first Wednesday. All right, have a wonderful night. Everybody stay